Hey Sue, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's been a couple of years since we last spoke.
I
I think the last time
know.
was the
Thank you for
season
having us
season one.
again.
Oh, thank you for agreeing to talk to us. It's always nice to reunite for a second season, as it were. You've had such wonderful reaction to the first season, and I'm always curious asking this of creators and showrunners when they go into a second season about kind of whether the course was already plotted, or obviously because you're coming off of a book, you had an idea of where you were going. But I can't imagine you could have foreseen how it would be embraced and how people have kind of reacted to the show so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely no clue. When you make a first season, you are working in this like really just this bubble, right? I always say it's your age of innocence, and then that bubble gets popped when the show comes out. So it was such, I mean, it was really emotional, and it was actually such a relief to see its reaction because we really had no idea how this was going to be received by the world. It was none.
The story it's about obviously becomes more and more prevalent as time goes on, especially in the last few months with a lot of stuff, particularly in the UK, that's been happening and strange. This, do you think it's come at the right time? I mean, there's no perfect time to tell any story, I guess.
I would like to think so. I mean, I would like to think that being able to tell a story like this and Apple's bold decision to even make a show like this speaks to us realizing that we really need to put stories like this out there. But like you said, like what would Pachinko be like if it had been made 10 years ago, right? And what would it be like if it was made 10 years from now? I think there'll always be a need for stories like Pachinko in our times.
What's how have you handled the trajectory so far? Because obviously you were there from the beginning and obviously trying to get it off the ground, and Apple came in. Have you got to a point where you thought you would get, or has there been some little twists and turns along the way to get you to this point?
I mean, I feel like the biggest surprise, I mean, there's been a lot of twists and turns. I mean, even though that the foundation has always been there and that's really hasn't changed, working with the amazing cast that we do and you see what they can do, you're like, oh, wow, they can flex. They have the acting muscles. You really want to write to that muscle, if that makes sense. So I think especially like knowing now in season two who our actors are. In season one, when we wrote, we didn't know who we were casting. So we do now write a little bit more in line to who we have. That changes things a little bit in a good way, in a necessary way.
It's hard to go through the whole list without saying exemplary things about every single person. But what's it been like for you to watch them grow into these roles and into this story? Because, like you say, they were people that you weren't sure who you were going to be casting, and now it seems like there isn't anybody else but those people to play these roles. So, how have you seen them kind of mature and grow with the characters as they have on screen?
It's so much fun to watch. It's both fun and funny to watch because I always say to the actors, like some of them, when I remember so many of their first days in season one, right? And you just see like you see their nerves and you see just like they're asking themselves like, can I do this? Can I do this? And then in season two, you see they walk in faster, they walk in standing taller, they have so much more confidence because they know they can do it. And it really gives their acting a lot more, I think, weight as well. So season two was really a pleasure in that way.
What's it been like sharing it with audiences and getting audiences' reactions? And have you had any great reactions from people that have been through a kind of similar story or have come through the sort of things that the characters go through on this? Because I can imagine it hits a raw nerve for some people, this show, and because it's done in the way that you do it.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, what's interesting about the internet is I never know, when you look on the internet, I never know how loud the voice is, if that makes sense. You never know how
Yeah.
big that echo chamber is, so you always want to be wary. The one thing that I feel has been most reassuring, or at least for me, the most emotionally relieving, is the Zainichi community's response. And obviously, not one voice can speak for the entire Zainichi community, but I was really, really nervous about that from season one because I am not Zainichi, and, I did not live that history. And I really wanted to make sure that that community didn't feel betrayed by me or any of our actors or writers, that they understood that we tried to make this with as much love and respect, but at the same time, like they should be the judge of this show in some ways. And from what we heard and from speaking to some of them, the response has been really, really, I mean, just really affecting. And I feel like even though we didn't always get everything right, I think they were really proud of the work that we did, which was nice.
Listen, thank you so much for your time again. I wish you all the best for the show. It's such a fantastic watch,
Thank
and
you so
yeah,
much.
hope you get to do some more. It will be great. Plus, that title sequence is still there, and I love it so much.
Oh,
So
good.
it's all good.
Thank you. Hopefully, we'll see you
Thank you so much for
soon.
your time. Yeah, pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey!